It's no secret that Ohio University's class of 2024 has gotten the short end of the stick. Beginning with the cancellation of the remainder of their senior year of high school and culminating in an unorthodox freshman year, the COVID-19 pandemic has brought many challenges. Gio Orr is a chemical engineering major from Warren, Ohio. He looks back on the day his senior year was canceled with disappointment.
I was practicing tennis for the upcoming season, and I was really upset about it because obviously my season got canceled, and that's kind of why I was practicing. But I had a feeling that we wouldn't be going back at all, and that's how I would graduate, so I was pretty bummed about it.
Sydney Whipke is a psychology major from Cortland, Ohio. She too remembers where she was and how she felt when she was sent home.
I just got back from visiting the Cayman Islands, and we were back for like a week, and we were sitting in the library, and we got the announcement. Everyone was like, what the heck? And then I asked my principal if we were actually, and he was like, no, we won't unless we actually really need to. And then that day, they like sent us all home, and we never went back. So it was sad, and like we never got to really say bye or finish, but.
After graduating from their respective high schools, Orr and Whipke both look forward to starting their college careers at Ohio University, but the pandemic would prevent them from doing so in person, something Orr remembers as a gut punch.
I was pretty upset about that. It was so close to move-in time that, I had already bought my stuff, like my bedding and whatnot, my school supplies, and I was all excited to move, and I had all my plans arranged, and then it just felt like the rug was swept from underneath me. It was pretty upsetting.
Whipke was equally disappointed to see her college experience delayed.
I was upset because I really wanted to come and I wasn't part of it. And then for spring, all my classes were still going to be online. So like I chose not to for the money, but it did stink being at home, especially like knowing people, like making friends, and then they did come, like they were here. It was like sad because you wanted to be here with them and like meet everyone instead of being stuck at home. But
the class of 2024 would spend its freshman year learning online, something Orr said he struggled with.
It was more strict than in high school, but motivation was still little to none there. I found it really hard to focus, especially once, being in college classes lost its effect. I didn't really pay attention. I got what I needed and moved on.
Whipke says that while she experienced some trouble, she was comforted by the similarities to her high school online curriculum.
It was a transition to I've never used Blackboard, so that was the only thing I really had to transition into. Everything else was pretty much just making sure you got everything done and having a schedule, and it wasn't that different from high school. You still had due dates, you still had everything. It was just a matter of knowing your schedule and doing it.
The academic challenges, while important, were just the tip of the iceberg. Stay-at-home orders and virtual classes meant little social interaction for the class of 2024.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't see anybody for a year or so, and then going onto campus and meeting a bunch of new people, it was kind of awkward at first. Seeing people face to face for the first time in a while, and I think that kind of reminded me about how I took that for granted a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, for a while, obviously, you couldn't do anything, so it was just, at home, basically doing online school, homeschooling almost, and then not being able to see anyone. So coming here with all these people, it was, a lot different, but it's, a good difference, it's a good change, and it has a positive effect being around people actually doing schoolwork rather than sitting in your room, doing homework in your bed. It's a lot better.
Now, classes are mostly in person, and the world is getting back to a sense of normalcy. But the pandemic and its challenges have left their mark on Orr and Whipke.
I mean, I guess just that I am a very social person, but it didn't fully affect me, even though I lost a big part of that. But finally coming here then, kind of finding myself again, because that's been really fun, feeling like myself again and not just sulking in reality, and I guess the same for others, being around people seems to be a big help, and my friends at least, it's good we're all all together.
What I've learned about myself and others is I think that we're a lot more resilient than we give ourselves credit for. This is an effect on a global scale, and I think that people have kind of shown through, for better or for worse. But I think that it shows no matter what happens, we'll get through it and live on again. And I think that anybody can take a message from that to just kind of see for better days.